In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I built the Sentido website, a production-ready, high-performance static web app that's running completely for free on Microsoft Azure. I automated deployments for this and created it as a repeatable stack for technical founders or developers who are looking to get a high-performance web app with simple functionality that's quick and easy to build. So if you're building a project website and want something that's fast, reliable, great for SEO and deploys automatically, I'll be showing you the full workflow behind Sentido and provide a template to get you off the ground even quicker. So before we look at the technical aspects, I want to show you that performance. I ran my site through Google's PageSpeed Insights, and the results are exactly what you want from a production web app. 100 performance, 100 SEO, 100 best practices, accessibility, quick paints, and minimal layout shift. The intention here is to start with performance and not leave optimization as an afterthought. It's very easy to over-engineer solutions when, if all you need is a simple website with simple functionality, this will serve all of your needs. So let's jump into the project and look at how it's built. So inside the project zip, the core structure looks like this. We have our GitHub Workflows folder, so that's our automated deployment out into the web app. I've got my API, which is my functionality, so sending emails and dealing with subscribers. I have my source folder, which is pages, assets, my images, for example, my style sheets, my CSS, and some front-end JavaScript that I want to use, as well as some elements for SEO, such as my large language models text, my robots.txt, my sitemap, and there's also a file for rewrites. There's some other top-level files like the gitignore and the package.json. Those are covered in the documentation, and then the README explaining all about the project. As mentioned before, everything is static. The API folder becomes an Azure Functions app automatically at deploy time, and the Azure Static Web Apps give you free hosting, global CDN, secure HTTP, so that's HTTPS, version deployments, automatic staging slots, and serverless backend by default. That's why I chose it for my website, and that's why the template is built around it. So if we look at SEO now and metadata, why the strong SEO marking is there, I've got various meta tags in each of the files, which are essential for improving your SEO. We have Open Graph, Canonical URL, Twitter, structured data for Google and AI models. It defines Sentido, it includes my profile, lists the features, and explicitly tags the audience as developers and technical founders. This is essentially defining the page both for our audience and for the large language models and scrapers. And it's tags like these that make the page instantly score high on SEO metrics. The structure is clean, explicit, and machine readable. The templates I make provide these meta tags, and generic ones are held in partials, which I'll get onto next, but as you develop each page to your specification, you can just run these meta tags through your preferred AI large language model service to generate one specific to your page. So I'm using some lightweight HTML partials to keep things maintainable. This just basically allows me to repeat some code around some of the pages, so we have a single HTML element that we can edit that covers multiple pages, and these get compiled at build time. So the site uses Bootstrap for layout with custom gradients and card components. Mobile loads only what it needs, so there's some changes for viewports, and desktop gets the full UI experience. This is part of why page speed results stay so high. Minimal payload and adaptive layout. I've got a simple call to action, which is a HTML form, and behind the scenes, that form is posting to the Azure Functions endpoint, which is in that API folder. The endpoint is validating the input, performs the functionality, and then returns a clean message to the front end to allow the user to know that everything has worked. So this gives you a zero-cost, production-grade sign-up pipeline without maintaining a full backend. If we take a look at the workflow, we can see there's a pipeline that does all the heavy lifting. Whenever you push to the main branch, GitHub installs the dependencies, it builds the partials into HTML, bundles the CSS and assets, deploys the front end, deploys the API, and activates on production. It's fully automated, no servers, no build agents, no Docker needed unless you want it. I'm constantly tweaking my website, and it's great to know I can tweak things, push these to the main branch, and then GitHub will deploy this automatically, and I can see this within a minute or so. So I've used this stack for many projects, and I actually created and deployed the first version of Sentido in just one day. And it's super simple to do for anyone who knows some basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I found it to be a practical solution for technical founders who want to move fast without compromising quality. I should note that the free tier of Microsoft Static Web App is marked for personal hobbies or projects, but you can always upgrade to the standard tier, which isn't much at all once you get the project going. And if you want additional functionality, for example, if you're building a portal, payment processing, or anything a bit more complex that requires a bigger backend, you can always set up a subdomain for this within your domain and reroute this traffic to a more sophisticated web app. And that way you're segregating responsibility as well. If you want access to the launch kit, which includes the full template, the CI/CD pipeline, the Azure deployment modules, and a guided setup, I'll be leaving a link in the description. You can check out the offering there. Thanks for watching and catch you soon.